Good morning, Riverland, and here we are. Good to see you here for chair yoga. We're going to use our ball today, so if you want to take a moment and get your ball while we get settled, that would be great. We are going to put it kind of close to your face, so if you want to wipe it down or have a towel put around it, that would be fine. So let's go ahead and we're multi-purposing the room today, so I had to put some things away and put things back up real quickly. So here we are. All right, so with all that being said and done, while you're getting your ball and stuff, let's everyone else, if you already have your ball, let's go ahead and get in that good yoga posture with the feet forward, toes are forward, knees and ankles are in line. We're sitting up nice and tall. Let's just practice that good posture for a moment, bringing your ears back over the shoulders. But I don't want you to look up to do that or tuck the chin to do that. You're still looking straight on right at me. And let's just close our eyes for a moment and breathe. Maybe if you're still getting your ball or wiping it off. Nice big deep breaths. Quieting the mind, getting yourself ready for this class, for this time that we have together. One more breath. Good. Let's open up those eyes. Good job. Let's take that head and we're going to shake that head no. Just simple, nice neck stretch. So we're going to really work into that neck here. Good. Bringing that head right back to the center. Let's shrug those shoulders up like we're saying, I don't know. All right, and then let's roll those shoulders back. So roll those shoulders back. Good. All right, now let's push those hands down towards the floor. Feeling that stretch through the neck. I want you to elongate through the neck like you're trying to reach it to the sky. And then let's relax. So we're going to grab our ball to do a little bit of neck stretching here. So if you know that you have cervical spine issues or issues through your neck, you maybe don't want to do this. You might want to do it with something smaller. You might want to just do it with your fist or maybe a balled up towel, something like that. So for those of us that are comfortable, we're going to take the ball and we're going to put it right here underneath our chin. I hope you can hear me okay. I'm going to move this a little bit so you can hear me a little better. Try to move it right here. Okay, good. So we're going to hold it right here. We're going to just sit here and see how that's stretching through the spine. Good. Now I want you to think about the fact that your neck is curling around that ball. Good. So we're going to try to make the curl a little bigger and extend and push into the ball. Now, if any of this hurts, if it feels uncomfortable or you don't like the way it feels, do it with something smaller or just do it without anything. Or the fist, we could be here, even just that little bit right here. Good. All right, so however you are, let's do that again. So we're going to reach up and over the ball and push into the ball. Good, and release it. So let's just do that a couple at a time. Just really stretching, pushing your chin into the ball. So this is a big neck stretch here. Good, now let's do a few bounces, just little, slow, controlled bounces. Good. And again, remember, if this hurts at all, I want you to take it away and don't do it. Good. One more. Right there. Okay, now take the ball away and see how that feels. Wow, huh? Doesn't it feel like your head is just floating right off of your body? Very nice. All right, we're going to come back to that, and we're going to do it a little bit differently this time. So we're going to bring that ball or whatever you've decided, maybe a towel, maybe a smaller ball, maybe just your fist balled up together. We're going to bring it up here again. Think about that arch along the neck. Good, sitting up nice and tall in that good posture. And this time, we're going to take our head to the side and push, to the side and push. So we're really stretching to the side parts of the neck, into the side part of the shoulder, Good job. Okay. So we're just doing that side to side. Now keep the constant pressure and then just rock it side to side. If any of this hurts, please stop. Don't do it. Put the ball away. It's not for you if it hurts. You know you have cervical spine issues, not for you. Good. Now right back to the center. Let's just do a couple nods right here. And then let's take that ball away. Wow. How did that feel? Does it feel like you just lightened yourself of a lot of burden right there, didn't it? Yeah, for me too. Me too. All right. While we still have that ball, let's keep using it for just a moment. So let's take the ball and we're going to put it behind our back like it's a lumbar support. You know, in your car, you have a lumbar support. It kind of gives you a little bit of extra on the back, right? So we're sitting up nice and tall. Good. All right. So we're just going to leave it here for just a little while, and we're going to do some exercises while we have it there. So we're just going to leave it there. It forces us to sit up nice and tall. I want you to take one arm to the side. Maybe you're pushing back just a little bit into the ball. Good. And you're going to turn your nice, light, and airy head to the side and stretch. Good, and bring it back to the center. Let's do the other side, keeping the ball where it is. The arm comes out and we just turn and stretch. And bring everything back to the center. Let's do both arms, just a little stretch out. We're pushing back into that ball. It's almost like a little back bend over the ball, isn't it? Feels good. Let's bring those hands right up here. We're going to just do gentle push back, trying to maintain that length that we put in that neck. And just rock to one side, pushing back into that ball. Feel that stretch into the side. Open that elbow up at the top, push it back. And bring it up. Let's do that other side. So we rock over, pushing the elbow back, pushing back into the ball. Just that little bit, feeling that nice stretch. Good. And then let's bring it back to the center, open it up nice and big. Breathe, make sure we're breathing. Good job. All right. And then let's take those hands down. Good. All right, so make sure we're sitting tall, nice and tall. We're going to kick those legs out. How does that feel with the ball back there? Does it make it feel really weird and you don't like it? If that's the case, put the ball away. Or does it make it feel like you're really sitting tall and you're learning something different about the mechanics of your body because you're sitting tall? Good. Let's hold one foot up right here, hold it up right here. Let's point and flex. Good. All right, and take that foot, put it down. Let's lift and point and flex. Ooh, I can feel it on that side. It's different, isn't it? When the ball is there, it just feels different. It feels like it's tighter. It feels like we really made things a little bit different. Different mechanics, right? Okay, so let's take that foot and put it down. Let's do that little bit of self-massage here. We're going to roll that ball. Roll that right here. Good. Ah, that feels good, doesn't it? Okay, so let's take the ball away, and now feel how different that feels. So we elongate it through the neck, and then we elongate it through the back. Feels kind of cool, doesn't it? Like we actually added some space. Maybe we got a little taller. All right, so let's take that ball, and I want you to sit up nice and tall, and we're going to open up those legs a little bit. We're at the front of the chair. I want you to lean forward and just reach out with that ball. Good, and now bring those arms back, and we're going to rest them here on your thighs. So if you've had recent surgery in your eyes, if you have any pressure behind your eyes, you don't want to do this next part. For those of you that can and are comfortable, We're going to take that ball and we're going to bring it right here to the floor. Now I want you to put your chest forward just a little bit, and if it's comfortable, let your head hang. Feeling that stretch in the lower back. Good. Take a breath here, big breath. And then let's push up, let's roll that ball to one side so it's on the inside of that foot. I'm still pushing into that ball and I'm going to lift. Now if you don't want to come down that far, you can be anchored on the thigh. So big stretch here. Now if I can, I'm even going to turn and look at it. And bring it down. I'm going to take that ball and roll it to the other side. Turning, twisting, looking. We could always just look and not do the arm if the arm is the problem. Good, and then let's bring it back to the center. Now take that ball, roll it out as far as you can. Bring your arms right, or your ears right between your arms if that's comfortable. Really stretching through that lower back today. Ooh, and breathe. For some of us, this is a hard position to be in, so make sure we're breathing. All right, let's roll it back. Sit up nice and tall. Ooh. Wow, how do you feel? Okay, hope you feel good. Let's kick those feet out one more time. Take another breath. Don't want anybody falling off their chair. Good. All right. And now let's march those feet out. March them out. All right, put those feet solidly on the floor. Let's come on up, and we're going to stand up next to our chair. Good. If this made you dizzy, if standing up made you dizzy, have a seat or put your hands on your hips, take a breath. Good. All right. So we're going to work just a little bit on opening up that hip. So I need to change where this is or it's going to fall on the floor. Let me just quick do that before we lose it. Okay, there you go. All right, so using that outer leg so we can hold on the inside, we're just going to go up and over. And up and over. So if you can, try to make it a smooth movement. And maybe you can't, maybe you need to keep it nice and low. We're just going to open and close just that little bit. All right. For some of us, that might have been a no-go, right? Because we've had hip surgeries or something. But let's try this one. So we're going to lift our heel right here. So the heel is to the back, and we're just going to lift and lower right here, building some strength in some posture muscles, and just working that muscle. In general, that helps us with our walking and things like that. All right, just up and down. And then try not to lean into the chair too much. Try to stand up tall. Let's open it right here and hold it. Hold it right here. Good. Bring that leg down. Let's put that foot on the floor, march it out just a little bit. Now let's stretch it out a little bit. So we're going to take that heel forward, softening that inside leg, and just hinge right here. For some of us, we can take our hands off the chair at this point, right, and just put them on our body. Stretching forward, pushing that chest forward, feeling that nice stretch in the body. Good. And then let's come up. Let's march it out with that wiggle. And come around to the other side of that chair. Good. So we start with that up and over of the hip. Some of you know that I'm a runner. And this last weekend I went to a place where I could run and be safe and social distance. But I did see a group of young kids, probably high school age. You should have seen them doing this with their hips. They're just, whoa. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I wouldn't be able to walk after what they're doing. Anyway, so we don't have to do that for today. We don't have to be like that. Okay, so let's march that out. And then we're going to bend that foot to the back, or push the foot to the back, bend the knee up and down. Here we go. Good. But it's a nice big open trail, and I never was running with anybody. It was very safe. I felt very safe there. Good, up and down we go. Or I wouldn't have gone. Right? I made the pledge. Did you make the pledge? Yeah, I pledged to social distance and I pledged to wear my mask, and I'm doing it. I hope you are. All right. Let's see if we can hold this one right here, build a little extra strength on this side. We'll hold it right here. Good, and bring it down. Now let's do that other side, that other leg. We're gonna do that stretch. So stretch those hips back. Feel that nice stretch there, softening the knees, letting go of the chair if you can. This might be a time that you could do that. Good, and then let's come all the way up and march it out. Give those hips a wiggle. Doesn't that feel good? All right, so let's go ahead and turn. I'm gonna turn my chair. You can come behind your chair. Good, grabbing that chair. Let's take a step back. Let's do that down dog on our chair. Remember, if we need to, we can bend those elbows and stick that bottom back. Otherwise, we're gonna stretch it right here. Bringing those heels between our arms, breathing. Feeling that nice stretch, breathing. Are you sticking that tailbone back? It should be a happy dog tail. That means you stick it back and lift it up. Breathe. Good job. All right, now bend your knees. Let's come on forward. Good. Let's come about halfway. Let's do a little bit of an up dog here. So if you're sitting in the chair, you're going to keep your arms up and lifted over your head here. And then you're going to go feet out and stretch for a little bit of a cow, bringing yourself in. And let's rock it one more time. So rock it up and bring it back. Good. Didn't that feel good? All right, so let's work a little bit on those side muscles. So standing up nice and tall, I'm a little discombobulated here. So standing up nice and tall, we're going to do the simplest thing we can do first. So we're standing up tall, we're going to reach an arm up, maybe put a hand on the shoulder if we can't do the arm up. The arm that's by the chair is holding the chair, and we're going to keep it straight. So I'm going to step out even a little further. So I'm going to keep it straight until I come over to the side, and then I'm going to bend right here. Bending to the side, stretching. Let's look up. See how that made you stack that shoulder, and now we're a little straighter. Good. And then let's bring it in. So let's take, for those of you that want to go a little deeper, a little further, take the inside knee and we're going to bend the knee. And we're going to come up on the toe. So we're going to inhale, lift, exhale, come over, stretching, pushing that hip to the side, and breathing. Good. And then inhale and come all the way back up. Now we're going to stay on this side and we're going to do it even differently. So we're going to come like we got on the horse, right? When we're nice and open wide. Good. And this time we're going to reach out. I want you to bend your knees, a little softness, and we're going to come on over here with that wide stance. Good. So just playing with some different positioning of the legs. So let's look underneath that armpit again. So we're looking up. And inhale and come up. Now, let's take that inside leg. We're going to step it towards that outside leg. Remember, it was farther away. And so I'm really reaching now to get that chair. You're going to inhale or put the fingers on the shoulders and ooh, feel that. Isn't that different, right? So we really stretch. Look underneath that shoulder or that armpit. See how it stretches through that hip. And breathe. Good. Inhale and come all the way up. Oh, let's just walk a minute. See if you feel taller on that side. Oh, I do. It's kind of interesting, isn't it? Well, let's go ahead and get to the other side so we can even ourselves back up so we don't walk crooked later. So now we're going to stand up nice and tall, arm is nice and straight. Hands on the shoulder or arm up ahead, up above, you decide. And we're just going to start simple. We're going to come over to the side for the stretch. We're going to look underneath that armpit to stack the shoulder, and we're going to breathe. Big deep breaths. Good. Now inhale, let's come up. Let's bend that inside knee. Good. If you want to, you can always go back to where we started. We inhale, reach, putting that hand where we need it to be. Coming on over to the side. Big hip stretches today. Looking underneath that armpit. Breathing that nice big deep breath. Soften your knee, don't lock out that knee. Good, inhale and lift. Now let's get on that horse. It's a nice wide stance. A little harder to grab the chair. We're going to inhale, lift, come on over. Good, looking underneath that armpit. Big stretch in that hip. Breathe. And then come all the way up. Now we're going to take that inside leg. We're going to step it towards the outside leg. It's now hard to reach the chair. Okay, we're going to inhale, reach, and come on over. Push that hip to the side. And breathe. And inhale and come all the way up. Now let's step it in. Ooh, and let's do that back stretch again. So let's do that. Oh, boy, I felt that. Okay, let's go ahead and walk it back. Does anybody else have those hips that kind of come out of joint sometimes? It feels like I put something back in joint. Okay, in the joint. All right, here we go. So push that hip back. Oh, stretch those ears right between your arms. Look at the floor. Don't look at me and don't look up. Don't look at your knees. Push that tailbone back, stretch it out, happy dog tail. If it feels good, you can even wag that tail just a little bit. And bring it back to the center. Bend those knees, let's look up and curl it all the way up. Let's come forward. Let's stretch a little bit of that quadricep muscle. So right here. So if you haven't had a chance to get your tour of the Wellness Center, or the orientation of the Wellness Center, today is September 8th. You have this afternoon and tomorrow for your orientation, or make an appointment with one of us. It's amazing. Amazing the things that we can do in that room. All right, let's go ahead and turn that chair back if you turned yours with me. Let's go ahead and come back onto that chair. So how does that neck feel? Do you feel like you lost some of that length in the neck? Let's rock it back and forth. Just a little bit. Let's go ahead and grab that ball. Let's do one more little neck stretch before we're done. So when we leave, we can feel like we are really tall. Right, that long, beautiful neck. Good. All right. So let's stop the rocking. We're going to put that ball or whatever we want to put, the fist, if we want to do fist, whatever. We're going to put it right here. Sit up nice and tall. We'll just do one little set of 8 bounces. So sit up tall, arch your neck over, bounce for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here. Hold in here. And then let's let go. Oh, that feels so good, I think. All right. So before we finish, let's go ahead and we're just going to lean all the way back. Let's bring those feet. Let's bring out the right foot. Right foot, left arm, reach them out. Keep the length in the neck here. Big stretch. Good, now bring them together. So we're going to bring that right leg and that left arm together. Push your chest forward. We're hugging it in the best that we can. Some of us can get really close, some of us can't. That's okay. It's all okay. Push that chest forward. Feel that nice stretch in that spine. Let's go ahead and take that leg. We're going to cross it over here if we can. If we can't, try to elongate that leg maybe just a little bit. So your foot's still on the floor, but it's not a 90-degree bend in the knee. See if that works. Let's push ourselves up for just a real quick sciatic nerve stretch. With a lean forward, pushing your chest towards the calf muscle like you're going to try to lay your chest right there. Breathing. And you naughty ball. That's all right, I'm just going to. And then let's come up. Let's come back in that chair. Bring those legs out. Oops, stretch the left one and the right arm. Big stretch here. Feels so good. Keep that chin tucked in. Keep the length in the neck. Let's grab that leg, hug it in, push your chest a little bit forward. That's going to keep your spine nice and straight. Breathe, nice big deep breaths. Good, let's take that leg, we're going to cross it over right here, pushing ourselves up, sitting up nice and tall. Good, oh, maybe one side's tighter than the other. Yow. All right, pushing that chest like you're going to lay it on your calf or your shin. Breathing that nice big deep breath. All the way up. Let's sit up nice and tall. We're right here at the edge anyway. And let's take our knees and we're just going to rock just a little bit, stretching a little bit into that hip. Maybe here with me and your hips just feel a little weird because we were doing so much stretching of those side muscles. Right? So just that little rock. Let's hold it to one side. So rock, hold it to one side, maybe a little counter pressure. We're going to turn and look. Bring that back to the center. Let's do that other side. Turn and look. And bring it back to the center. Let's put those feet solidly on the floor. Let's just do a little cat and cow right here. Just that little reset. So imagine that you have a bowl in your belly button. And when you come back, we're going to fill the bowl. And then when you come forward, you're going to empty the bowl. So fill the bowl, empty the bowl. Good. Good job. One more. Hold this one right here. Hold it in that nice stretch. And then let's sit up nice and tall. Let's scoot ourselves all the way back. And then relax into that chair the best that you can. Coming into that Shavasana position in the chair. So whatever's comfortable for you. Closing those eyes, breathing. Relaxing, taking an inventory of those muscles. Is there still something that hurts? Breathing into that spot, telling it to relax and soften. Let's take this last minute to just be quiet. And if you want, you can turn the TV off and do your own meditation for 5 or 10 minutes. It's so good for you. Very slowly bring your focus back into the room. Let's open up those eyes. Take that breath. Bringing your hands up to prayer. Your prayer hands come down to your heart. And your head comes down to your hands, combining grace, compassion, and wisdom. Thank you so much for joining me with chair yoga today. I hope that you enjoyed the class today, that you feel stretched and energized and ready for a fabulous day. Namaste.